support it, we are all in the same basket. So some of us must show the population that we are not part. And the members of parliament who will refuse to sign this motion, I urge the public to vote them out, because that will be a signal to the population that they are corrupt and they support corruption. I also want to say that those people, there are some members of parliament who are alleging that the parliamentary leadership has called them saying the president has stopped them from signing. They should not put that on the president. The president's communication, the way he communicates is clear. He can write, or if not, he calls the NRM parliamentary caucus. Now, those who are alleging, especially the parliamentary leadership, that the president has said don't sign, they are just looking for their own escape. If the president wants this motion not to go on, he will call all of us. I belong to the NRM parliamentary caucus, which has not taken place. I've not heard any word from the president against this motion. So I urge members of parliament who still want to be relevant and clean in society to come and append their signatures. I also want to appeal to these members, Honorable Sechikungo, Sir, and others who are spearheading this, that publish those who are not coming to sign. Publish them. They are calling it a joke, but the population is waiting for them. When I was being censured, the motion was raised by Honorable Solomon Seraj, and he showed the public that he's a very clean man. Now this is a man who is taking parliamentary money, the service award, for what? Honorable Mathias Mpuuga came out and mobilized opposition members of parliament. You remember what he was saying, that for us here, Twagala Werufu, we want, openness. Yeah? For us, ours is integrity. Where is his integrity right now? Where is the integrity of Mathias Mpuuga, the honorable? If he can get 500 million, that service award, which service did he provide and to whom? Then should also ministers start demanding for service awards? No wonder I have seen now ministers who served before, they are also coming out to say that they served this country, they are suffering out there, and they have never received anything in appreciation. Should we now start following, that direction, that everyone who serves, yes, service award, but is it lawful? Has it passed through the processes? So these are members who have taken public funds in a manner of abusing and undermining the people who sent them to this house. So they should be removed, but even these ones who are supporting them, they fall in the same basket. So I'm sure that this motion will go through, because I have no doubt that there are so many other members of parliament who don't support what is happening in parliament. The parliamentary commissioners, they became like, I don't know how to describe them in this house. They walk showing other members like as if they are under them. They will never lack a fuel. When other members are saying, I don't have fuel to go to the constituency, for them they are always saying, can I borrow? Can I give you some? Who are you? They will never lack anything. So that must stop. And I have appended my signature. I also appeal to members of cabinet, unless if you are not a member of parliament. But if you know that you are not an ex-official, let them come and append their signature. So that Aigigi, Atiabuti, ebitongole byonna ebirwanyisa enguzi babitiisatiisa, bano abalala bavaayo okuyogerako babagoba ku mirimu. Tetugenda kutambula bwetyo. So mbasaba nti mutuwagire, public etuwagire, ate abanaddiini abafuzi b'ebyosikirano manya bandi temweyingiza mu nsonga eno, kuba mutandise okulaba nti muteesaganye. Tetulina bye tuteesaganya ku kigambo kya nguzi. Enguzi mu parliamenti muno esusse, ffe ng'abamu abalinako ebiwandiiko ebiri hidden, bw'obitunulamu weewuunya n'okwewuunya, ani kalaani wa parliamenti eno agaba ssente mu ngeri y'ekyeyonoonere ezitalina kye ziraga zigenze kukola. Mbadde nsaba bannange abatanaba kuteekako mikono ku kiwandiiko kino nti banguwe embiro bwe batakikole nsaba abantu baffe abatuleeta mu paliamenti wano mubajjemu obwesige bwe banaakomawo mu kalulu kuba bajja kuba tebalina makulu bajja kuba babalaze nti bawagira enguzi. Waliwo abantu wano ababadde beefuula nti bo beerufu nga Honorable Mathias Mpuuga. Nze saalina corruption yonna naye yali avayo n'agamba twagala palamenti ebeere njerufu, twagala integrity. Kati ye obwerufu bwe sibulaba. Tetwagala bintu bino kuyingibwamu bantu b'amadiini bya buwangwa bikimanya mu muteesaganye. Teri kuteesaganya ku nguzi. Ekibiina kyaffe ky'NRM kiri ku losing support ku ground. Buli gye tugenda abantu batugamba naye enguzi esensedde palamenti. Kati nze nga atagiwagira ate nga nkyayagala ekibiina kyange kibeere mu buyinza ntaddeko omukono. So mbadde nsaba bonna abatanaba kuteekako omukono bajje bateekeko n'okugumya bano bannange abakulembeddemu ekintu kino okuva lwe baavaayo ne bateekawo motionel abantu batandise okubawandiikako ebitakwatagana. Njagala okubagumya nti temubivaako kubanga corruption fights back. Enguzi erwanya abatayagala nguzi ng'ate bakozesa sente z'enguzi zennyini ezo ze baba bakoze eki babbye. Nolwekyo mubeere bagumu. Omunyankole agamba agumizamu mugumizeemu n'amaanyi mwongeremu amaanyi nnyo nnyo mukole ki mugende mu maaso. Ffe otunaaba twewaddeyo tujja kuteekamu amanya gaffe mu mpapula z'amawulire ku marediyo na buli kimu abannayuganda bamanye ani alifu nguzi n'ani ali against what nguzi. So abatanaba kusayininga n'abanaagaana okusayininga n'abali kukozesa erinnya lya pulezidenti naddala bano abakulembera wano paliamenti mbu pulezidenti yangambye yakugambye nga gwani. Pulezidenti waba ayogera naffe either awandiika oba waba ayogera naffe nga b'NRM atuyitanga NRM parliamentary what caucus. N'olwekyo saagala omuntu wano yenna atisetise omubaka mbu tasayininga pulezidenti yangambye temusayininga alinga agamba nti pulezidenti ye awagira enguzi. So mbayita mujje musayininge naye public muwagire bano ba Honorable Sekikubo Honorable Pendi ku nsonga eno kubanga enguzi etwonoonye. Bino si bya bisiyaga babita bisiyaga si bya bisiyaga ng'abantu we bali wano bagamba buli bwe bayogera ku nguzi ebisiyaga no bino bya buli bwa nguzi bukenuzi bwe buli kusuula eggwanga lyaffe. So nze mmaze okuteekako omukono ne ba ministers okujjako nga minisita ali ex official naye omanyi nti walondebwa bantu kujja kuba kulembera mu palamenti muno ate nga watekinga oath wano nsaba ojja oteekeko omukono naye bw'oba totaddeeko omukono abalonzi bakulinze kuba abantu baffe bakooyi.
I've come to sign this censure motion for removal of commissioners. I want to firstly appreciate colleagues who are spearheading this. The Honorable Sekikubo, Honorable Sarah Opendi, who are joined to launch it by Honorable Patrick Musamba, Honorable Seungu, and others. This is very imperative. And for us in NUP, it vindicates us because when we raised an alarm over this issue regarding our commissioner, some people thought this is an internal party fight. And they kept saying, wait a minute, why are you digressing from the critical issue of money that people sat and irregularly awarded themselves? So we are vindicated because this clearly shows it's not an internal party fight of NUP. Honorable Sekikubo does not belong to the NUP. Neither does Honorable Sarah Opendi and the other dozens of members of parliament that have signed. What happened is an irregularity. For colleague leaders to sit and award themselves money, millions of shillings, 500 million shillings, 400, they would have been vindicated if they had suggested it as a proposal in that meeting, taken it through the relevant committee, Legal and Parliamentary Affairs, and then brought it on the floor of Parliament for discussion. Because what some of them were saying, but you see, Vice President, Speaker, Prime Minister, and so on, they all get benefits when they're out of Parliament. Those benefits were discussed on the floor of Parliament. Even when some of us disagree with the entirety of all those benefits, but at least they were passed on the floor of Parliament. This particular service award, where was it passed? For people to sit quietly amongst themselves, and they do it in a very hasty manner. I was at a function in Kalungu a couple of weeks ago, where the Prime Minister, Right Honorable Robin Anabanja, came for the same function. And when I was pressing her about Mabati theft, she said, but look, why do you keep calling me a thief? Did you see me among those who sat in a commission meeting and awarded themselves money, even when she's a member of the commission? So even her, she seemed to have been pointing fingers at her colleagues to say, but this was problematic. I did hear the Deputy Secretary General of the NRM, the Honorable Rose Namuganza, who spoke out about this very issue in the past couple of days, and she said this was wrong. And that's good. You see, on matters to do with taxpayers' money, as I have always said on the floor of Parliament, we need to detach our parties. You know, when we were discussing matters of taxation, budget, and so on, I kept telling colleagues in the NRM that, look, let's think about our constituents. Let's think about the health centers in those constituencies, think about the roads, the infrastructure, and so on. They're not any better in your constituency. And I'm glad that people are waking up to that reality. So this that was done is wrong, and that's why we are signing this censure motion to say that no, once an illegality happens, there must be sanctions. There must be something that happens as a result of an irregularity. So it completely vindicates us, and I would like to encourage our colleagues. Parliament is currently in recess, so some colleagues are